Here's my secret of the week. We're ending the school holidays on an absolute banger. Big, dirty, stinking banger. This one is wild. So buckle up. You get one guess as to who you think the secret of the week is when we've revealed the secret of the week. We're sat round having a little family dinner, family convo. Oh, I was going to say Dottie. Okay, we're going to have to say it's Dottie. Dottie was like,
surprise.
Had an interesting conversation at school today. I said, oh, did you? She was like, yeah, do you want to know what we were talking about? And I was like, I would really love to know what you were talking about. She said, you know, Colby came home the other day and said he'd saw pubes and penises and he wasn't too happy about it. She goes, never guess what I did today.
In PSE, you mean?
PHSE.
Right.
Sorry, should have explained that a little bit better.
I was going to say.
Not just straight pubes and penis.
Right.
That would be odd.
In class.
Yeah, dangerous. But he was doing PHSE and
Yeah.
he'd come home from school talking about how he'd seen the lady parts and talked about all of the jazz, you know, with the growing bodies. Dottie went, well, you'll be happy to know that I also have had a conversation about penis and Volvos. And I went, Volvos? Wow. So I said, not only are they teaching you about penises, they're teaching you what MOTs?
That cars.
Engine exchange? She was just like, I don't really know what you're talking about. But yeah, we had to talk about penis and Volvos today. And I was like, I don't know why we're putting penises and Volvos together. And she was like, well, every woman has a Volvo. And I was like, well, I've never driven a Volvo. And she went, that's strange. I thought you had 3 children out of your Volvo. And I was like, whoa. I don't think you mean Volvo, do you? And she went, yes, I do. I do mean a Volvo. I went, I think you mean vulva. She went, oh, yes.
It's an easy mistake to make.
Easy mistake. But now we just call my fufu a Volvo.
The Volvo.
Yeah.
I love that. Hatchback.
She says, bloody hell, you haven't shaved your Volvo. We're meant to be going out today, Mummy. You're going out with a hairy Volvo. So now my fufu is just a Volvo.
A Volvo.
So I'm going for a Volvo estate. She's got more space in the back.
Yeah. A gaping hole, if you will.
Gaping vagina, I would like to call it. Actually, it's my gaping Volvo.
Yeah.
She comes in like a sage green. I feel like it is a mum vehicle.
It's a mum vehicle or like a granddad. It's a bit of a granddad car, a Volvo. No offence.
I wouldn't say my vagina is a granddad. I wouldn't say my Volvo is a granddad vehicle.
No.
I like to say
not
she's
that old yet.
No.
I was going to say penises in Volvos is something
But
we
also,
should probably be
more
worried
to the
about.
point, I was actually very shocked at the fact that she's 6.
Yeah,
and some of the children in the class are 5.
Yeah.
And I was more shocked. But I said, I would have liked them to have told her it was a Volvo.
Were they just learning about body parts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take the eaves, what's the word? To ease them in gently. I would have been like, look, this is a Punto and a Volvo.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do collide. They crash on occasion.
Crash
They're
into
not
each
the
other.
bestest of modos. Puntos, they come in all different shapes and sizes.
Yeah.
A little bit fugly. But, you know, they get the job done.
A Punto's
They get
tiny.
you from A to B, you know. Growers, not showers, is a Punto. And then you've got a Volvo.
Huge.
Again, all different sizes. You can get a small Volvo. You also get one with an estate, can't you? 4x4. So, yeah, it did make me chuckle on the fact that now our body parts are just going to be...
Cars.
Yeah.
It's a nice metaphor, I think.
I think it's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
I could do with an engine change in my Volvo, to be honest.
Do with the service down there.
It just made me laugh how we just sat down having this family conversation. She was just like, yeah, been doing penis and Volvos at school. what are we learning? We're learning oil change? MOT new wipers?
No one wants to see a penis in a Volvo.
I don't want to see a penis in a Volvo. Fuck me, that's a story for another day.
That's a different story.
Certainly won't be showing children that. Jesus Christ. Not at school. Oh my God.
Wait till you're older.
I don't think I'm ready. That's going to be secondary school though, is it?
Penises
Do they
and
learn?
Volvos?
Yeah. Do they learn about that at secondary school? Is it year 7? Did somebody message in and say?
Sex ed.
Yeah.
What about actual sex?
I think they do learn about actual sex.
Oh, God.
I never had it. I had a urine infection all the time.
During PSE?
Always. PAs. It wasn't that though. What was it when we were at school?
I used to call it PSE, but now it's PSHE.
I don't even know what the subject was called at school. I used to skip it all
Sex
the
ed.
time. Sex ed, yeah. Sex education.
Yeah.
What are you doing today? Sex education? Sexual education?
Did you not have any? So did you leave school not knowing how babies were made? 3 babies later.
Wow, I know how they're made now.
I'm sure you do.
Stalk. I didn't like the classes.
No.
They made me very uncomfortable. I didn't go to the classes.
Our teacher was very creepy.
Yeah, it's a weird process, isn't it? No offence to teachers, but it can be when you're a child. It can be very It's a lot, isn't it? And then how you perceive somebody, like how I perceive somebody to how somebody else would perceive them. That's a really hard one to get out of children's head. And I just didn't like it. So I just always used to have a urine infection. Every PE I was on my period.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously forged my mum, got my mum to write a letter every week. I used to sit in Linda's office. Linda was my head of year.
Every week they'd be like, you're on your period again. Yes, I'm very regular.
Fun fact, me and Linda are still friends.
Oh,
to this day.
yeah.
Yeah, Facebook friends.
Oh.
But she was my head of year.
Was there not quite an age gap there?
Yeah, massive. I just used to sit in her office. I never went to class. I was not, I don't think I was the best student at school.
Quelle surprise.
To quelle surprise. Are you shocked by that? No. So yeah, I think they do learn about it at school, don't they? They learn how to. Did you do it? Penis.
I
and
do remember
Volvo?
doing the condom on the banana.
Yeah, I did the condom on the banana.
But that's all I remember, really.
But then I stole the condoms and just made water balloons.
Yeah.
And then just started launching them down the
wasn't
corridor. Then I
really-
got detention.
Yeah. It wasn't educational.
And then I had to go home and explain to my mum and dad why. Actually, I think they called my mum into the school. I'd stolen a frog from science.
A real one?
Well, he wasn't alive.
Dead.
We had to disintegrate a frog. You had to
Dissect.
dissect a frog.
Yeah, we did that as well.
But I took the frog.
A dead frog?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And then I had to explain to my mum and dad what I was doing to have detention. And I was like, I was making water balloons.
From Johnny's.
Condoms. But they were so rubbery that they never
They don't
exploded. They
burst.
just used to be like...
They used to bounce. Yeah, I remember.
Flubber. It was so much fun, they watching the way... You could hear it in slow motion, like... So much fun, honestly.
That
But
shows
no,
how good they are as protection, though. Nothing's getting through there.
nothing is getting through them. Well, actually, they
Apart
do, though,
from-
don't they?
So we ended up with
I'm supposed to say. I don't want to say that. Lower the tone.
Sorry.